Audio test, 1, 2, 3. Good morning to our attendees on the Zoom platform. Given our recent history of experiencing some audio issues, I'm going to ask Audit LA if you would kindly unmute and provide audio input so I can confirm that we can hear you here in the boardroom. Good morning. Good morning, Audit LA. I see that you've unmuted. However, I don't see your microphone moving, which is the issue that we experienced last Wednesday when the board had a number of commenters experiencing an issue where I unmuted them and it seemed like they unmuted, but we couldn't get any input. And I was also receiving complaints that my audio input was not going out over Zoom. I'm gonna go ahead and put you back on mute, and I will wait until we get closer to 10 a.m. and perhaps one of the Bureau reps will join, and we can see if at that time someone can provide audio input and it will work, and that I will provide audio input on my end, and you'll be able to hear me, or the Zoom participants will be able to hear me. Hope that makes sense. Thank you. Please stand by. Audio test, 1, 2, 3. Audio test. Audio test 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Audio test 1, 2, 3. Checking to see if any of the participants on Zoom are able to hear me. And it doesn't look like they are. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Jill.
Yes,
thank
I
you.
do. I
and I
hear
can
it.
hear you too. Thank you so
All
much.
right,
I
all
appreciate
right,
it.
bye.
I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute. I appreciate the confirmation. And so I am going to ask if anyone would like to offer commentary. And since I am confirming that I can hear from Jill, Jill, good morning. Would you like to offer commentary on any of our items or public comment this morning?
Public comment.
Thank you. And so I am going to. Lurker, can I get an audio test from you?
Hello, hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lurker. Would you like to offer commentary on any of our items this morning?
Yes, I certainly would, please, and thank you.
So I'm asking if you would like to offer public comment or comment on any of our agendized items.
Public comment, please.
Very well. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Seems like it's working. Thank you, Jessica. Audit LA, I see that your microphone is unmuted. However, I'm not receiving any audio input from you. Hopefully you can hear me. Would you like to offer a public comment this morning? Miriam? We'll move next to Miriam.
Hello, TJ. I would like to offer a public comment today.
Thank you, Miriam. Appreciate it. Good morning, Mo. Would you like to offer commentary on any of our agendized items this morning or public comment?
General public comment, please.
Thank you. Gigi, good morning.
Good morning, TJ. I just want to say first, the volume is a little bit low, but I don't want you to mess it up so we can't hear you at all. But the mics are kind of low compared to us calling in. And I would like to do general public.
Thank you, Gigi. I appreciate that feedback. I don't know that there's a whole lot I can do. Hopefully you could hear me. I'm going to attempt
I can hear you. I have you at full blast and I'm struggling a little bit, but it's better than nothing. I don't want to lose the ability to hear it all.
Got it. Got it. Thank you so much, Gigi. I have you down for public comment. Morning. Good morning, Audit LA. I'm going to ask you to unmute, and we can see if we can establish audio input from your end.
Good morning, Mr. Knight. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Great. I signed out and then again. Maybe that was it. Thank you. Oh, and I want public comment in all agenda items,
Thank you.
please. Thank you.
All right. I have these attendees on the Zoom platform who have identified themselves and indicated that they wish to offer commentary on today's agenda. I have Jill, Lurker, Miriam, Mo, Gigi, and Audit LA. If there's any additional commenters on the Zoom platform who wish to offer commentary, please raise your hand at this time. I see David has raised his hand. Good morning, David. Would you like to offer commentary on any of our items this morning?
Yeah, general comment, please.
General public comment? Very well. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. If there's any other attendees joining us on the virtual platform who wish to offer commentary, please raise your hand at this time. Please let me know your name for the record and indicate which item you'd like to speak on. And seeing no additional hands raised, time is 9:52. I'll make one more call out in approximately 6 minutes, and we should get started with the meeting in approximately 8 minutes. Thank you. Oh, I do see an additional hand raised in Georgina.
Hi, all agenda items, please, and public comment.
Very well. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. And we should get started with the meeting in approximately 8 minutes. Thank you.
Council, you didn't run yesterday.
Good morning once again to our attendees who are joining us for the Board of Public Works meeting today here in the hearing room. And good morning to those of you who are attending on the virtual platform. I have received feedback that the volume of the audio that is being broadcast on Zoom is not very loud, so I encourage you to turn up the volume on your devices. And I do have the following attendees on Zoom who have indicated they wish to offer commentary. I have Jill, Lurker, Miriam, Mo, Gigi, Audit LA, David, and Georgina. If there are any additional attendees who wish to offer public commentary or comment on any of our agenda items that I have not already indicated, please raise your hand at this time. Let me know your name and which item you'd like to speak on. And it's 9:58. We should get started in the next 2 to 3 minutes. Thank you.
Good morning.
President Corson, we are now in record mode.
Thank you. Welcome everyone to the Board of Public Works meeting for Monday, March 17th. Mr. Knight, if you'd like to take roll call and establish quorum for us, please.
Yes, good morning, President Corson, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Kang, and Commissioner Mitchell are present. We do have a quorum. We are joined this morning by City Attorney Representative Thomas Costello Vega. I'm TJ Knight with the Board of Public Works. President Corson, we have 8 speaker cards under public commentary. And we have 2 multiple agenda item commenters this morning. We have no neighborhood council commentary.
Great. We'll get started with general public comment, an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items, and will be provided up to 1 minute per person for a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to matters which are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board, and the board may not take any action on matters discussed during the public comment period.
Thank you, President Corson. We're going to go ahead and start with Jill, followed by Lurker. Jill, go ahead. You have 60 seconds.
Okay, the planter issue isn't going away. You need to find them and hold them accountable as you had fined the cult of Scientology for not removing the planters. Everyone needs accountability. Secondly, I expect you to not go for the street vacation for the cult of Scientology. They do not own a street. You cannot make a Vatican City. And if you do so, and if and when, which is probably going to be when, the cult of Scientology folds and collapses, and there is a Scientology atrocity memorial museum, just like there is Yad Vashem in Israel and the Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington. May you all be a part of that exhibit and a timeline of showing what and how the city of Los Angeles participated in an atrocity and a child trafficking cult. Bye.
We'll move next to Lurker.
Hello and good
Go
morning
ahead.
to you. I would really, really like you to take notice as to what is going on in Clearwater, Florida today. This is what we are fighting against. Secretly, behind the scenes, a street is being taken away today. That is absolutely, positively ridiculous. Don't let it happen in LA. Don't let it happen anywhere. Please and thank you. Do your job. Be the pebble that collapses a wall. Please and thank you. Love you. Bye.
We'll move next to Miriam, followed by Mo.
Hi. Yes, I also want to raise this concern, and I hope you're going to do a little bit of homework and Google Clearwater, Florida, and see what kind of status Scientology has managed to get over there. Basically, purchasing all properties in the center of the city. And today they will be voting yes in the city council for a street vacation. This is exactly the same thing they're trying to do currently on L. Ron Hubbard Way, where there's only one property that is not owned by Scientology. And the sole purpose of the street vacation is to hide the criminal activity they are doing inside the building. So Clearwater, Florida, look into it. It looks like a background for a movie staging or something. An empty city, all properties owned by Scientology, and all the people that live in the town are forced away on the outskirts. So please look into it and take that into consideration when you make your decisions. Thank you.
We'll move next to Mo, followed by Gigi.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Hello, board. It's me again, Mona. Told I'd give you a break, so I did on Friday because you guys were gone. We want to talk about the street vacation. The street vacation has been applied for through Bill Delvec, the attorney, working with the city attorney's office. And this road, the L. Ron Hubbard Way, is a point for the hospitals, a point for the neighborhoods, a point of city calming, and it should not be given. So we wish that you would ponder this vacation request and take note of what the people are saying. If we need to have a poll or a survey done, that's what we'll do also. But thank you for your time. I yield back my time.
We'll move next to Gigi, followed by Adedele.
Today, I'm going to talk about the street vacation. Like previous callers have mentioned, today in Clearwater, Florida, they're going to be voting on a street vacation for Scientology. And because it's Clearwater, aka cult water, they probably are going to have the votes and they're going to have the street vacation. But you guys are different. You guys are not owned by Scientology. You guys will do what's right. I have faith in you guys. Do everything to stop the street vacation, please. And turn it into metered parking on that street to get the city money. City always needs money, you know, so help the city out with parking too. Parking's always a struggle. I had trouble finding parking. And like,
Thank you,
if
Gigi.
you want to go to that area, you got to park several
That's
streets
60
away.
seconds. Thank you, Gigi. We'll move next to Audit LA, followed by David.
Good morning. I also want to talk about Clearwater real quick. Besides the Scientology moving there and basically destroying the town and its economy, they have not been very good neighbors. But David Miscavige himself allegedly called into, spoke to these boards and worked some kind of deal out to get this right away vacation. And one of their councilmen allegedly said in return, well, when questioned about it, well, you know what? If they burn us, then we won't give any more concessions. They've been destroying their town. They haven't done anything, but they're going to give them one more chance to see if they're going to do it right by giving away land, and it's ridiculous. If David Miscavige comes to you guys and says, "Hey, you know what? Let's make a deal," please say no. Look at how Scientology destroyed Clearwater. And now they're getting land. They're getting what they want because I don't know how. I don't know what deals were made. I'm assuming maybe something. Oh, we're going to be the best neighbors. I'm not saying there's any
And that's
money.
60 seconds.
All right.
Thank you. We'll move next to David, followed by Georgina.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. My background is I worked for a different government entity outside of LA for 6 years, and I dealt specifically with vacations, right-of-way takings, eminent domain issues. So I have quite a bit of background on that. And I have to tell you that the street vacation of LRH doesn't meet any of the typical criteria for a vacation. There's no benefit to the public. There's only detriment. Another real important issue is that there are no less than 12 buildings on that section of roadway that do not have any other access than LRH. If you vacate this roadway, and knowing Scientology and their past practices, they can cause a lot of problems for those people and put them in dire situations if there's ever an emergency. They have no regard for the public, and that's proven by their voluntary closures. The city loses control of the infrastructure at this point, and
Thank you.
You're going to be at the will of Scientology.
We'll move next to Georgina. Go ahead, Georgina.
Hi, thank you. I originally started calling in because of my concern with the planters being made a barricade and violating the ADA laws. But since calling in and learning about this street vacation, I'm very concerned. Besides that being a direct artery to two major hospitals, it's the insidious implications that are preying on my head. By blocking off that street, they are further isolating and protecting their brainwashing for the members. It's been proven that it's a human trafficking cult, and we're just making that more accessible to them. We're making it easier for them to human traffic and enslave people. And I yield my time back for the agenda items. I misspoke about that. Thank you so much.
President Corson, that concludes the commenters who have indicated that they wish to offer public comment. However, I do see an additional hand raised during this initial time. If you like, I can ask if they would like to offer public comment. We are brushing up against the 10-minute. We're at the 10-minute allotment.
Okay, we'll see if this one person would like to provide general public comment.
Very well. Kelly, I see your hand raised. Would you like to offer general public comment this morning or commentary on any of our agendized items?
Public comment, please, and thank you.
Go ahead, you have 60 seconds.
I too have been following the situation, and I've spoken to you all in the past. The situation regarding the street vacation and the planters. I guess I just want to recap what everybody else has said and voice my support of everything stated already, and just do a gentle reminder that I'm not speaking about Scientology trying to take over public property as much as I'm trying to remind you all that this is not just a wacky cult. It is becoming more and more known that they are an incredibly child abusive, indoctrinating, elder abused, human trafficking, mind controlling group with a lot of money, and to stand with them or support them will not look well or do well for you in the future. And I thank anybody that helped remove the planters.
Thank you. President Corsand, I do see an additional hand raised during the last commenters time period. If you like, I can ask if they would like to offer, if this person would like to offer a public comment.
Yes, and this will be our last general public comment.
I'm sorry, is that yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Juju, would you like to offer public comment or commentary on any of our agenda items this morning?
Hi, I'd like to offer public comment, please. Thank you for having me.
Go ahead, you have 60 seconds.
What I'd like to do is agree with what everyone previous to me has said. In addition, since they have, you guys have limited their permit access, they have been having their events on their own property, in their parking lot, and also on the property between their buildings. They have more than enough space to use their own property. I don't see a necessary need for them to close down an entire street and block access to hospitals and other public roadway. Another item I'd like to discuss is the appalling fact that that street is named after a convicted felon. L. Ron Hubbard was the person who wrote this book in indoctrination instructions to have this cult formed and damage a lot of people, children, communities, and just human rights violations of so many innocent people.
Thank you, Juju. And that's 60 seconds, President Corsand. That concludes public commentary this morning.
Okay, with that, we'll close general public comment for today's meeting and move on to multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item for up to 1 minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item.
Thank you, President Corsand. We'll go ahead and start with Audit LA. Please identify which item you're speaking on.
Of the all agenda items, and thank you, President Corsand, for hearing all the people today. Very grateful and thankful. But let's start with number one. I am saying yes, please stop whatever actions that cost money that are not necessary. But since the Mothers in Action will not be able to do this project, can we please ask Mothers in Action to activate and call in and come in and go to L. Ron Hubbard Way and help us fight the street vacation? So I am calling out, since you're stopping their action, which I'm for, because now they're going to be freed up to do something else. May Mothers in Action please come help us out. Number two, I am going to say no to the increase, because we've been talking about this for how long? You keep, they do a low bid. Then they're like, oh, wait, I need more money. And so you give it to them. Now, tell me, is this money, if they don't get this money today, is the ice going to melt at the rink? Is it going to be, or is it that, all you're doing is giving them upgraded bathrooms or whatever? Like, how important is this increase? Because we can't just keep throwing money away. I'd rather do that increase to $250,000. I'd rather see that money go and fix the sidewalk on Fountain that I cannot go on. I can't even go down there. I can't even attempt it. So can we say no to number two? Because unless the ice is going to melt, if it has to deal with the ice melting, then say yes. But if the ice will still be solid and people can still skate, then say no and put the money towards all the different, even if you don't want to do the fountain, which I hope you do, but if there's money left over, you can do that, the thing that Go Puppet's been talking about, that little cement over thing, put it towards that. Let's get our streets and sidewalks ready for the Paralympics, right? That's coming. Gonna have a lot of people in chairs and walkers and whatever, or we're not ready. So let's say no, but put the money for something else. As far as the medians, yeah, I'm all for the medians, but I want to let you know that Scientology in North Hollywood has adopted a median, right? And they're supposed to take care of it, and and they're not. It's in a horrible disarray and mess. And so, can these median people go over there and fix their mess? And then, since it's going to cost the city to fix it, can you take away their adoption? Because they just want the name, they just want whatever, but they're not doing. So that's what they do. They come and they say, "Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to take your burdens. We're so great," and then they don't do anything. And it's right, like near their church. How hard would it be to get the people that make $47 a week? No offense, go and clean it up. But they're so worried about L. Ron Hubbard Way, they vacuum. They literally vacuum L. Ron Hubbard Way. But they can't clean up North Hollywood, because they don't recruit out of there anymore. They used to recruit on that corner, but
Thank
they
you.
don't, so they're ignoring it. Thank you.
And we'll move next to Georgina. And I don't see Georgina. I see that Georgina is no longer in the meeting room. I do see an additional hand raised. President Corson, if you like, I can ask if the callers raising their hand would like to offer multiple agenda item commentary.
Yes, please.
Lurker, I see that you've raised your hand. Would you like to offer multiple agenda item commentary on the board's agenda?
Yes, I would,
item?
please, and thank you.
Okay. Please identify which item you are speaking on. Go ahead.
All the items. The item of utmost importance is this street that this organization has been fighting for since ever I can remember. Please, please, please do your job. Keep our streets public. Please and thank you. Bye.
And that concludes multiple agenda item commentary this morning, President Corson.
Thank you. With that, we'll close multiple agenda item public comment for today's meeting and move on to the approval of the minutes from Wednesday, March 5th. If there's a second to my motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. There's a first from myself and a second from Commissioner Mitchell.
Commissioner Mitchell, right? On the
Yes.
second. Very well. We'll go ahead and take a roll call vote on approval of minutes, starting with you, President Corson.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
Commissioner Kane. And Commissioner Mitchell.
Aye.
All ayes, and this item is approved unanimously.
Commissioners, moving on to consent item number 1, without any objection. If there is a second to my motion to approve this item on consent.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. There is a first from myself and a second from Commissioner Mitchell on approving consent items.
Very well. We'll go ahead and take a roll call vote, starting with you, President Corson.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
Commissioner Kane.
Aye.
And Commissioner Mitchell.
Aye.
All ayes, and this consent items are approved unanimous.
Moving on to item number 2 from Bureau of Engineering, revised task order solicitation number 57 for Brooks and Scarpa Architects in Council District 3.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is David Wang. I'm the project architect for Bureau Engineering Architecture Division. I'm here to recommend the board to authorize the city engineer to issue a revision to the task order number 57 to Brooks Scarpa Architects to increase the budget authority from $2.2 million to $2.5 million for the additional design contingency for the Reseda ice skating, roller skating project. The background of this project, June 11, 2024, the board approved the pre-qualified list of consultants to provide architecture and related services for various city projects. And the pre-qualified list was extended in 2019 and again in 2024 to the current expiration date of September 2028. And on November 4th, 2019, the board authorized the issuance of TOS number 57 from the pre-qualified list to provide architecture and related services to Brooks and Scarpa for the design of the project. The current project include a construction of a 15,000 square foot outdoor roller skate park and a 26,800 square feet of indoor ice skating rink. The roller skate park includes a 60 feet by 120 feet skating area, building seatings, and landscape features. The ice hockey rink building includes an 85 by 200 ice sheet and with dashboards, related mechanical, electrical rooms, ice surface storage room, 4 locker rooms, and ADA compliant public restrooms. The project was awarded for construction by the Department of Recreation Park Board on July 21st, 2022, and the project is currently anticipated to be completed in the first quarter of 2026. For the revised TOS, this will extend the construction administration services provided by Bush Scarpa during the construction for additional 12 months from March 16, 2025 to March 31st, 2026. The scope of services will remain unchanged as the original TOS. And to effectively, the reason we ask for the increase is to effectively manage the work authorization request and handle future unanticipated construction support issues. So the BOE is request the board to increase the contingency by $300,000 to the amount for the extension of construction administration services. And the negotiation for services ongoing, but we do anticipate the business inclusion pledge levels to remain the same, proportional to the existing TOS. With that, I conclude my presentation today and open to the question. And, I'm joined by my senior architect, Satori Kimanian, for any additional support.
Thank you, Commissioners. Any questions or comments on this item?
I'm sorry to interrupt, President Corson. There is a hand raised during Mr. Wang's presentation.
Okay, let's see if it's for this one item.
Nisa, I've asked you to unmute. Are you asking, did you raise your hand because you wish to offer commentary on item 2? And it looks like the caller's audio input is not working.
Okay. Commissioners, any questions or comments on this item? Seeing none, is there a motion?
So move.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Knight. There is a first from President Pro Tem Grant and a second from Commissioner Mitchell.
Very well. We'll go ahead and take roll call vote on approval of item 2, starting with you, President Corson.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
Commissioner Kang.
Aye.
And Commissioner Mitchell.
Aye.
All ayes. Item 2 is adopted and will move forward forthwith.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 3 in Council Districts 1, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, and 14 from Bureau of Street Services and Bureau of Contract Administration. We have a contract renewal, first-year contract renewal option for landscape maintenance for Median Islands, and we have here with us Mr. Hector Banuelos.
Yes, good morning, President Corsan, Commissioners. Hector Banuelos with Streets LA Urban Forestry Division. We have before us is a request for the board to approve and allow the city to exercise the first-year option for the city for landscape maintenance contract in north central section there of the city of Los Angeles. This is one of 4 landscape maintenance contracts. We came to your board for 3 previous contracts, and this is the last, the last one for this year. This landscape maintenance contract, which is in Council Districts 1, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, and 14. The bid for this contract were received and opened on August 16th of 2023 and awarded to Far East Landscape Company on January 12th of 2024. The contract was executed on February 20th of 2024 and is for 1 year with the city's option to renew for 2 additional 1-year periods. This is, if approved, this will allow the contractor to continue maintenance of approximately 2.3 million square feet of landscape medians in the city of LA. The Far East Landscape Contractor, it was the lowest responsive bidder and is performing the work at an acceptable level and appears to be in compliance with the business inclusion program and the mandatory subcontracting minimum. The Streets LA is requesting that the board approve and exercise this 1-year option for us to work and proceed. That concludes the presentation. I'm here to address any questions that the board may have.
Thank you, Commissioners. Do we have any questions or comments on this item? Seeing none, is there a motion on this item? Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. There is a first from Commissioner Mitchell and a second from Commissioner Kang.
Very well, we'll go ahead and take a roll call vote on approval of item 3, starting with you, President Corson.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
Commissioner Kang.
Aye.
And Commissioner Mitchell. All ayes, and this item is adopted, and we'll move forward forthwith.
Great. Mr. Knight, have we cleared our desk for today?
Yes, President Corson, we have.
Thank you.
All right. It is 10:27, and we are adjourned for today, and we will have a management meeting shortly.
Thank you.
Hector.